Mass incarceration didn't just happen. It was designed and still evolving, just under a different name. Hi, my name is Jason, and I'll be talking about how mass incarceration developed over the times to its modern-day form today. So first, mass incarceration started with Nixon declaring the war on drugs, which began a new era of punitive crime policy that disproportionately targets Black communities. In 1980, under Reagan, crack cocaine laws introduced harsh sentences and mandatory minimums explode prison populations. On the left, I included a photo of Freeway Rick Ross, who was a crime boss at the time, where the CIA actually imported drugs into places like California, where he was at the time, and he was targeted under some of these laws. In 1994, Clinton signs the crime bill, which funded more prisons, more cops, and creates 3 strike laws. Mass incarceration accelerates at the time. In the early 2000s, the U.S. hits over 2 million incarcerated, and the private prison industry grows, incentivizing incarceration, and immigration detention begins expanding alongside criminal detention. In 2010, Michelle Alexander publishes The New Jim Crow, framing mass incarceration as a new racial caste system. Activists begin explicitly connecting incarceration to modern-day slavery via the 13th Amendment. And in 2014, ICE contracts with private prison increases, detainees report being forced to work for $1 a day, and Black and brown immigrants increasingly targeted. Also at the time, these private prisons would also work with different lobbyists, different politicians to try to get laws passed to raise the incarceration rate. And moving on to 2017, where Trump tweets repeatedly about locking up undocumented immigrants, and family separations and expanded detention rates raise alarms. Now, moving on to some of the quotes by President Trump, we have Mexico has absolute power not to let these large caravans of people enter their country. And another quote by him is, Congress must immediately pass border legislation and use nuclear opposition if necessary. I don't know if you think that's necessary, but let me know. And moving on to the last video, the last bit of my portion.
These are the worst people anywhere in the world coming into our country. They're coming in at levels that nobody's ever seen before. There's nothing good about it. There's nothing can be made of it. And they're actually trying to get them to sign up and vote. They don't even speak the language. They don't even know where the hell they are. They want them to sign up and vote.
Thank you for